The best thing about a man cave is that it doesn't have to subscribe to any one style or theme. Not every man cave has to be a leather couch and a giant TV, although a fair amount of them are. The greatest thing a man cave can be is a representation of the man who creates it. It should reflect the personality and taste of that person, and therefore be a place where they feel totally comfortable and at ease. Whether you're a movie buff, a gamer, or the world's biggest Real Madrid fan, your man cave should be all about you. It has all the atmosphere of a high-end sports bar, but in a very small space. Every piece of material is high quality, and it has a lighter color tone that brightens up the dark basement. The whole room is kept simple yet classy, making it the perfect place to watch a football game, soccer match, or just have a drink with a couple of friends. There are few things that match up with old-school machismo like a good cigar. Cigar rooms were all the rage back in the 60s, when groups of men used to get together to enjoy a drink and conversation paired with fine tobacco. If you like to embrace that retro, macho aesthetic, but don't have a lot of space, this cigar room man cave might be just right for you. It's got everything you need: luxury leather chairs, cigar-friendly wallpaper, and a nice library, all in a very compact room. Sometimes, the basement and the garage aren't going to be an option for your small man cave. If you have an attic, even one as tiny as this, you can create an awesome pub that everyone will love. Again, here, we see that there is lots of authentic stuff packed into the room. There's a bar, a bench that has a great retro feel, and the brick rear wall brings the whole put atmosphere together. What a great man cave. This is the perfect place to enjoy a few rounds after work as a way to unwind and blow off steam. It's an equally great spot to get lost in an RPG and realize you've stayed up 5 hours later than you were supposed to. What I'm saying is, it's a great place for a gamer to relax and enjoy what they love. It keeps things minimalistic, and the focus is on the screen, where it should be for a gamer's man cave. Now here is proof that a completely decked out man cave doesn't necessarily require a ton of space. They've squeezed the love of baseball into every inch of this basement man cave. It's complete with a turf floor and a glove-shaped leather chair. If you're a fan of America's pastime, take this awesome man cave as inspiration for what you can do with your own. Perfect for the man who'd rather spend his days in a duck blind than a man cave, this basement retreat is dedicated to the hunt. It's an ideal place to spend time and unwind during the out-of-season months, and clearly, a wonderful way to display your trophies. It could also work as a man cave starting point for somebody who's got a burning passion for taxidermy. That's probably a smaller segment of the population than avid hunters, but it works either way. For the aspiring man cave builder who doesn't have any space at all in the home, this bar built inside a shed is a great idea. It looks amazing, with real wood accents everywhere and strong attention to detail that creates the feel of being in a real bar. The classic leather bar stools are a totally awesome feature, much more comfortable than wooden stools and probably 40 times cooler. If you need a place to kick back but have no more space in your house, this bar in a shed man cave should be where you start brainstorming. A true cinephile stops at nothing to achieve the perfect screening experience. No obstacle is too big or too small, such as not having the space to build a giant home theater. This compact, two-seater cinema has all the fixtures of a great trip to the movies: plush chairs, movie posters, and of course the quality screen. Plus, for most people, talking during a movie can ruin the experience, especially if you're watching one of your favorites. So, having a two-person home theater ensures that nothing will get in the way of you and a perfect movie watching experience. Admittedly, this man cave isn't exactly a small man cave. However, it makes the list because it demonstrates how to maximize the space that you have. Rather than have a large screen TV on an entertainment center, the homeowners chose a different route. They installed 8 flat-screen TVs right into the wall. For fans of a particular sport, rather than a specific team, this is the perfect way to catch all the action without constantly flipping channels. Plus, you could connect all the TVs to each other and create a giant, wall-to-wall screen for the big game. This is a classy, small man cave that is pulling double duty as a home office. If you're a creative type or want to make your work from home space more relaxing, this is a great example of how to do that. The furniture is modern, clean, and stylish, and the natural light makes everything feel light and calming. Plus, a TV of that size in a room that small is perfect for a big screen feel because it takes up more space than it would in a giant, open room. This corner bar makes the most of every little bit of space it's given. It's made of richly colored natural wood, has lots of bar decor, and the storage area at the top of the bar is pretty handy. On top of that storage area, where wine glasses and beer steins are being kept, is reminiscent of British-style pubs. Do you want to have a man cave, complete with a bar, but don't have a massive basement? The alternative to having nothing is to cut the bar in half and go all out. This is a stellar man cave renovation, and by far, one of the best small man cave ideas out there. The whole garage has been covered in natural wood, and the bar area is fully functional, and even has a beer fridge below the counter. It really does make the most of every inch, even in a space that is pretty small for a garage. This is a great alternative to having the guys over to watch the game in your living room, or worse, just moving your car from the garage and plugging a TV in. The homeowners thought of everything in the design and didn't skimp on any part of it. You can tell that this is a garage at all. In the early 20th century, the United States decided to make alcohol illegal, and, as a result, illegal bars called speakeasies sprang up everywhere. A speakeasy is actually the perfect inspiration for a small man cave because they were often small, underground, homemade, and low-key. This basement speakeasy has an awesome brick arch that leads to the booth area. If you want to drink in old-school style, or maybe set up a mafia empire, this small man cave is the perfect place to do it. If you're not the giant TV and beer type of person, you shouldn't think that man caves aren't for you. Here is a phenomenal example of a simple, stylish man cave in a small room. The Persian rug, leather chairs, and overall lack of excess in the design make it a great place to hang out. If you're a reader, writer, or musician who needs a bit of privacy, this is one of the best small man cave ideas you can use. A great little nook for any movie, music, or comic book fan. It's the perfect place to keep your pop culture collection, read up on some message boards, and rewatch your favorite movies and TV shows as a way to unwind. It's got a lot of style too. It's a bit eclectic without trying too hard, and feels like a nice and comfortable place to spend time. If you're a pop culture geek, looking for a great man cave, where you can get lost in your favorite stories, this small man cave has a lot for you to aspire to. Are you a former Navy admiral looking for a place to settle down that reminds you of your time on the high seas before you settle for deep sea sleep? Or are you a 19th century shipping merchant who needs a place to relax that reminds you of the fortunes you've made? Or, more realistically, are you a budding intellectual who wants to feel surrounded by a wealth of knowledge, history, and culture? If so, this is a great man cave for you. There's so much to love: maps, books, leather seats, a wooden ship, and even a moose's head. If you've got old school ruggedness in your soul, how could you not love this awesome man cave? This small but luxurious man cave is tucked away beside a small reading nook, complete with under-seat storage, side shelves and brown seat pillows matched with red throw pillows. The man cave centers on a classic mahjong table in warm wood, surrounded by floral upholstered seats on its four sides. A luxurious crystal chandelier hangs over it, and the floral motif on the seats is continued in the gold wallpaper all around inlaid with floral motifs. The back wall features a warm wood console table with a large framed mirror on top, and potted tropical plants bring in a more natural element. This man cave office for one has a bit of an secret underground layer feel, starting with the Batman mural to the side, embedded in the stone walls all around. The coffered ceiling in a rough brown cement finish features a solitary hanging bronze chandelier over the heavy warm wood classic-style office desk with black leather pad. The desk comes with a matching maroon leather button-upholstered armchair with wooden base. The floors are in a darker wood finish, matching the built-up cabinetry towards the front that has flat-screen TVs embedded into the woodwork. Although this man cave provides a lot of different seating options, it is more compact, given that it has several arcade game consoles scattered around the room. In addition, the back wall features 4 television sets. Mounting a flat-screen TV onto the wall is a great way to save space, and 3 large armchairs were fit in front, along with a small counter with cabinets along the back wall's length. The center of the room features an ornate black iron round table with warm wood top surrounded by a trio of beige fabric chairs with carved dark wood base and arms. This small man cave has the feel of a tiki bar on the beach, with a yellowish light wood used for its wall and floor panels, and a darker wood for its ceiling, decorated with a central circular piece of embroidery and tribal patterns. The bar is made up of bamboo and decorated with stone heads, tropical plants and small colorful umbrellas. The lounge set also goes with this look, having bright floral upholstery in its woven rattan frame. To the side of the bar, the wall of glass blocks brings in light in distorted ripples, mimicking the light from under the sea. The futuristic-looking pool table with silver base and dark top occupy most of the space of this smaller-sized man cave, and features accent lighting over it in the form of conical lamps hanging from a steel rod attached to the ceiling with a chain. The room's flooring uses a rustic orange tile set diagonally that complements well with the all-white walls. The walls are filled with framed jerseys and other small memorabilia, and are lit by a series of ceiling-hung silver track lights. One wall features a pair of horizontal frosted glass windows to bring in some light. Need more small man cave ideas? Here's a tiny man cave that made it to the list to prove that a man cave has no rules. It's perfectly acceptable to have a tiny couch and a TV in what looks like a room the size of a walk-in closet. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. All your man cave needs to be is enough for you to relax and escape, and this does that job perfectly.